everybody on the air and over the web. This is Music City Roots, live from the Loveless Cafe. I'm Keith Bilbrey, welcoming you to our weekly radio showcase for the finest roots in Americana music from and passing through Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for being with us here in the barn or out there over live radio or on the web. Wave at everybody on the web. Give yourself a big round of applause. Yeah! Well, what do you know? It's almost Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. We've got a holiday special for you tonight that you will not believe. Now let's get underway. Those of you who join us regularly know we have a star of Americana music as our host. In fact, he is Americana music in America. Well, I guess it would be in America, wouldn't it, since it's Americana. Anyway, I digress. Look at what he has done to the stage. Isn't that beautiful? He's on time. His handlers must know what they're doing. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to singer, songwriter, recording artist, and all-around nice guy, Jim Lauderdale.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Well, you know, folks, around this time of year, and tonight especially, there was only one thing I wanted for Christmas this year, and that was to be able to do this one Christmas song I've ever written, and I wanted to play it with some great musicians. So I got my wish. I'm getting my wish tonight. And this one's called Holly and Her Mistletoe. My Christmas is now complete. I've gotten my gift for the year. Well, folks, welcome to Music City Roots, live from the Loveless Cafe.
Yeah!
Thanks for joining us here tonight, and here and out there on the airwaves. And we are here in Nashville, and we've got one of Nashville's great radio guys at the podium. Oh. Please welcome our announcer and a man who I can tell just got his hair cut today. Let's hear it for Mr. Keith Bilbrey. And to tell us who's on tonight's lineup and to have some words with the artists as we go along through the night, the man who puts the have back into Craig Havighurst, Mr. Craig Havighurst.
Yeah. That's the thing what you want for Christmas. What can I have? Come on. Thanks, guys. Jim, that was great. Boy, I think I need the full band treatment every week now. It's not going to be quite the same. I'm already used to it. Awesome. Jim could take credit for the stage if he wanted to, but Lori Gregory really gets credit for this beautiful tinsel action up here. Thanks, Lori. We appreciate it. Walked in and my jaw hit the floor in a good way. I want to say some thank yous to our regular partners here at Music City Roots, Hippie Radio 94.5 FM, of course, our on-air partner. Guys, good to see you, Barb, and everybody. We want to thank the Loveless, of course, for their legendary biscuits and chicken, and they provide that buffet for our musicians and their team. We got a lot of musicians tonight, so thanks for that. Blackstone Beer brings us our lineup, which I'll provide in a minute. And to the Corner Pub, they provided lunch for the crew today, so let's hear it for all of them. This is a team effort, and they're the team. Merry Christmas to everybody. We've got a special show full of holiday music, hand-picked stars of Americana doing their own material. And we want to thank Electric Western over in East Nashville for helping us assemble this exciting Blackstone Brewery lineup. Most of these guys are on that label or associated in some way, and that's cool. We'll learn a little more about them as we go along. Tonight we've got a treat coming in from the shores of a place called Nashville. No, a show called Nashville. And a great singer-songwriter in his own right, Sam Palladio, is here. Yeah. Been hoping to hear from him for a long time. We're going to hear from Ricky Young and Joel King of the Wild Feathers. Los Colognes is on stage. Andrew Combs is back for a few songs. We're going to hear from at least part of Escondido. We have maybe a health issue with one half of Escondido, but we'll do the best we can. And Derek Hoke, our pal, is here for a good time. Before we get going with the music, we'll let the band cool their jets on the stage for 1 second. And I want to introduce you. It's at the end of a season, so that means it's time for story time with Colonel Littleton. Colonel. There he is. Have a seat, sir.
Thank you. Can I bring it back up?
Okay, Myra, are we ready? All right. Father calls me William, and sister calls me Will. Mother calls me Willie, but the boys call me Bill. Without, mighty glad I ain't a boy. Mighty glad I ain't a girl. I'd rather be a boy. Without them sashes, curls, and things that's worn by Fauntleroy, I hate to take the castor oil, the gift of the bellyache. Most all the time, there ain't no flies on me. But just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. Got a yellow dog named Sport. I stick him on the cat. First thing she knows, she don't know where she's at. Got a clipper sled. When us kids go out to slide, along comes the grocery man, and we all hitch a ride. But sometimes when the grocery man is worried and cross, he reaches at us with his whip and laps up his hoss. And I laugh and say, you never touch me. And he says, I'll get you the next time. But just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. Grandma says she hopes when I grow up to be a man, I'll be a missionary like her older brother Dan, who was ate up by the cannibals in that Isle of Ceylon, where everybody prospect pleases and only man is vile. But Grandma, she's never been to a Wild West show, nor read the life of Daniel Boone, or else I guess she'd know that Buffalo Bill and Cowboys is good enough for me, except just for Christmas, when I'm as good as I can be. And then old Sport hangs around so solemn-like and still. His eyes, they seem to saying, what's the matter, little Bill? The old cat sneaks down from her perch and wonders what's become of them two enemies of hern that used to make things hum. But I'm so polite and tend earnestly to biz, The mother says to father, how improved our Willie is. But father, having been a boy, himself suspicions me when just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. For Christmas, with its lots and lots of candies, cakes, and toys, was made, they say, for proper kids and not for naughty boys. So wash your face and brush your hair and mind your P's and Q's. And don't bust out your pantaloons and don't wear out your shoes. Say yes to the ladies and yes to the men. And when there's company coming, don't pass your plate for pie again. But thinking of those things you'd like to see up on that tree, just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. Merry Christmas to all. And the band. All right.
Colonel Littleton, everybody. Colonel, I think you made them invent the phrase a gentleman and a scholar and an officer. Wait, let me start over again. Colonel Littleton, I think that they made up the phrase an officer and a gentleman about you. Colonel Littleton, let's hear it for him. Thank you. Well, this is no ordinary Music City roots duo. Jeremy Fetzer and Spencer Cullum Jr. don't sing, they twang. All on a hot Telecaster and cool pedal steel guitar. They've taken Nashville by storm without a word. Please welcome tonight's house band, Steelism.
you very much. Thank you, Jim. We're going to do a couple of our own instrumental songs, if you don't mind. This first song's called 9 to 5 Jive, and it's on our 7-inch EP, outside there. Thank you very much. A lovely audience. Okay. This next song's called Caught in a Pickle. Apparently it's a baseball reference. As you probably can tell, I'm not from around here. I don't know too much about baseball as well.
Thank you.
Steelism. You guys are putting the back into Steelism. Tell you what, that's fantastic. Well, joining the band now is a friend of the show whose relaxing style and sharp songwriting might remind you of Willie Nelson or Don Gibson. He's keeping real country music alive and well, not to mention the Christmas spirit. Here's the great Derek Hoke.
Better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty all night. Santa Claus is coming to town. Check it out. Well, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Here he comes. So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he is. Santa Claus is coming to town. Thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. We're going to do, I think, one of my new songs. This one's called Lovin' Arms. feeling sad, girl, like the weight of the world's got me down. I just need your love and arms, dear. Ooh, wrapped around me now. Ooh, wrapped around me now. Hold me tight, hold me tight. Don't you ever let me go. It's alright, it's alright. Any way the wind blows. Anytime that I'm feeling sad, girl, feeling way too low to the ground, I just need your love and arms, dear. Ooh, wrapped around me now. Ooh, wrapped around me now. Ah. Get it, tell me about it. Hold me tight, hold me tight. Don't you ever let me go. It's alright, it's alright. Any way the wind blows. Well, anytime I wanna feel happy, when the weight of the world's got me down, I just need your love and arms, dear. Ooh, wrapped around me now. 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 Thank you so much, y'all. Happy holidays, everybody.
Derek Hoke with our friend Steelism. Derek, mighty fine. Always great to hear you, my friend. Let's hear it again for Derek Hoke
Yeah.
and Steelism.
Wow. Good stuff.
Oh, yes, that's right. And they've got one more, too, right now, don't they? Let's hear it again. I'd love to hear another one from Steelism. Ah, yes. Steelism. Yeah. Steelism. You know, Keith, I think I'm going to start a new phrase here about Music City Roots, and that is Music City Roots. It's the Christmas place to be.
Whoa, I like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
like that.
And I'll tell you what, when you got a great band like this,
You know, they kind of
Pumping
remind
out.
me of like the old bands like the Buckaroos.
That's
or,
right.
Or the Texas Troubadours. That's good stuff.
that's right,
man.
that sure is. I'll tell you what, that I eat that stuff up. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Folks, don't forget that Music City Roots is now on public television.
It is?
A 1-hour show airs here in Nashville on NPT Channel 8 at 7 p.m. every Friday. Big thanks to Belmont University and Colonel Littleton for being sponsors of that show. Let's hear it for them. Tune in or set your DVRs. And for those of you in other cities, check your local PBS listings. And now the man, I'll tell you what, you know, he's mean to me all year long,
I am not.
but during this time of year, he's always extra nice. The man who puts the hum back into bah humbug.
Now looky here.
Mr.
I brought you a big present tonight. And here you are slamming me.
Hey, I was kidding. That was a joke.
Here.
Keith, I was kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Don't spend it all in one place. Okay?
The man of the hour, Mr. Keith Bilberry. Let's hear it for him.
If there's a lot of paper and nothing else in there, that may be what it is. It's really pretty paper, though.
It's
it's
the thought that counts. Thank you.
You know, folks, when people around the world think of Tennessee, first things that come to mind are, of course, great music. Well, there's no shortage of that around here. Are you ready for that first band? Great. Great food. Well, we got that at the Loveless Cafe. And, of course, what else? Thank you, Myra. Moonshine is the right answer. That's the answer I was looking for. And that's why we're so thankful for our friends and sponsors at Old Smoky Moonshine, Tennessee's first legal moonshine, distilled in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, right there in the heart of the Smokies, endorsed by Myra. Now, whether you're enjoying some of their classic White Lightning, I didn't say that right, did I? How do you say White Lightning? You said it right. Oh, did I say it right? I thought, White Lightning, like George used to do, you know? Well, anyway, if you like that, or maybe tossing a couple of moonshine-soaked cherries in your Coke, they remind you to always shine responsibly. Old Smoky's now available nationwide through your local package store. Here in the barn, the Old Smoky Lightning Lemonade's a big hit. Find out more at oldsmokymoonshine.com, and make sure to like Old Smoky on Facebook. Big thanks to the Forster family at Star 129 Diamond, proud sponsors of our show, also responsible for helping us take Music City Roots to national television on PBS. And speaking of national, the Diamond is taking the country by storm. If there's a special occasion coming up in your life, like Christmas, that demands the very best, you owe it to yourself to see what we think is the most significant advancement in diamond cutting technology in almost 100 years. Seeing's believing. See the amazing Star 129 Diamond for yourself at select fine jewelers all over the country, and here locally in Nashville at Forster's Diamond Outlet at their beautiful showroom on Hickory Hollow Parkway. You'll be amazed at the patented technology they've used to create a diamond guaranteed to come with the industry's highest rating for scintillation, which is a fancy word for sparkle. For more information, take a look at star129.com. And Griffin Technology is proud to be a part of Music City Roots, privileged to make the gear you need to power, play, protect, create, and connect to the music that means the most to you. That's why their slogan is Connect to Play. And now we're going to head over to the Griffin Technology chat room. I don't know why he's standing here either. He likes to make me nervous, I guess. Griffin Technology is one of the world's foremost creators of accessories for home, mobile, and personal technology. They're all about communication, and so is our friend Craig Havockhurst.
Appreciate it, Keith Bilberry. Hey, everybody, here's the fellow who's going to close our night out, musically speaking anyway. And we've been hoping to have him as a guest on the show for a long time, and we finally worked it out. Sam Palladio is here. Please welcome him.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing?
First time when you came and visited us the first time, I definitely was caught by surprise when you opened your mouth and out came an English accent.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
You're not. You moved from London, but you're from a smaller town.
I am. I'm from a tiny town called Penzance, which is the home of the Pirates of Penzance.
My God, Gilbert
everybody's
Sullivan.
seen that musical.
Yeah.
Which is about 400 miles from London. So I'm actually flying home on Friday, and then once I land in London, I've got like a 6-hour train to take me home. So it's quite.
You still call it home?
Oh, of course. This is
That's-
my second home, but
Yeah.
it's always going to be my home.
Nice. When did you first come to the States, and how did that relate to your acting career or your music career? Maybe it had something to do with that.
It did. So I came. I'd never been to America before I got this job on the Nashville show.
Wow.
Which was crazy. So they booked me when I was living in London. Within a space of about 2 weeks, I'd gone from auditioning to getting the job as the first guy they cast in the show, and so it's been an amazing year and a half. I can't believe how fast it's gone.
Well, I got to ask you this, because there must be a good answer here. In two of the lead roles of these deeply Southern characters, you've got an Australian woman and a British man. And if you set out to cast the thing, explain that. How did that come to pass?
Well, you know, the process that the casting directors and the show creators were trying to follow was finding actors that really had musical backgrounds and who were singers, who had, you know, an understanding of music, who had a sensibility to it. And, you know, my background was that. I trained as an actor in London for 3 years. I did my degree in acting, but I always played music. I always wrote songs and, you know, played in rock bands and played drums in like heavy metal bands and things. And it was a kind of eclectic childhood.
What did you know about country music, classic American country? Was that part of your influence, or did you start to kind of burrow into it?
It was, you know, the last few years. Like I said, I had this really wide sort of understanding of music as a kid, growing up playing rock bands and stuff. And then as I, you know, the last few years, it really started bleeding into my songwriting and my appreciation, you know, all the country and the folk and, you know, more, you know, my stuff was more James Taylor, Americana, Crosby, Stills, Nash, you know, Neil Young. That was the kind of stuff I started listening to, and that led me to country. But, you know, this last couple of years has been such an education in country music.
I was wondering whether you went and tried to sort of inhabit and live in the Music Row world, the publishing houses, and that kind of scene where your character would be trafficking. Did you go and try to be a part of that to get a sense, or did you trust the script entirely?
I mean, the best thing was that we shoot the show here, so we can go and do that sort of thing. You know, some people still think we film in LA and that we come and do location shoots here, but you know, we're all living in this town. We all moved here for the show, and yeah, you know, so I was able to tread Music Row and learn about the publishing houses and go and sit in at the Real Bluebird where my character runs the sound desk and watch the guy do his thing there, and you know, you can see these characters that we portray in the show all over town, you know, in bars, in clubs, so it's really a fantastic way for an actor to sort of absorb that, and you can just be a fly on the wall, you know.
Yeah. Are they in any way trying to? Did they suggest to you, as part of the character, that you were kind of an archetype of the struggling singer-songwriter in Nashville, that you're trying to, in a sense, symbolize a journey that we know and sort of see happening in any way? Yeah,
I think so. You know, Gunnar is that underdog, is that guy, that everyman, I think. You know, there are a few characters that transcend to the country pop stardom that, you know, are clearly advertised, but Gunnar is, it tries to be a bit more of the rooted, you know, struggling Music Row dude with a publishing deal trying to get his big cut and trying to seek his fame and fortune. And he starts doing that a little more this season of the show, and next year when we come back, there's some cool things that happen that, you know, Gunnar might come into a bit of money and find himself, you know, with some number ones here and there. So that's gonna be interesting.
Well, I've had advice for Gunnar on you know, at the TV that I've shared a few times. I'm sure you didn't hear it, but we'll work on it backstage.
We'll work on it. Yeah.
Really cool to watch the show develop, to have you here as part of the town and the music community, and excited to hear you play with a band that you put together for tonight.
Yes, with some great friends of mine, some amazing talent, and so I feel very, very lucky to be here and, you know, showcasing some of my music, which is slowly developing and taking shape. So
all right,
it's exciting.
When you're on the stage later tonight, be sure to tell the folks about what's coming up in 2014, where we can see you play.
Yeah.
And it's been great. Sam Palladio.
Thank you, everybody.
It right
Enjoy
now.
the show.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Center stage. It's always a surprise with Allie Sutton. How you doing, Allie?
I'm doing fantastic. And now it's time for a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili. Santa baby, a tree for me. Abandon all for good girl, Santa baby. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, I want Louisiana hot, and that's not a lot to ask from you, dear Santa baby. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the flavors I miss. Think of all the other brands that have dissed. Oops. Next year I could be as good if you check off my chili list. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, Vietti. I mean the one in a can, Santa baby. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Allie Sutton here, your Vietti Chili Girl, coming to you from Music City Roots, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Hurry down the chimney tonight, but don't shoot your eye out. Charlotte Baird as the Pink Nightmare. And now let's get back to the show with the one and only Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Well, thank you very much, Allie Sutton. It's been a superb 2013 for this exciting Nashville duo. They met by chance and discovered a chemistry that's gotten them noticed by national press and television shows. We're excited to welcome to Roots, Escondido.
Thanks, Neil.
Hello.
You ready? About an hour ago, Jess goes on her deathbed, and I was sound checking with the band trying to sing the songs myself, and I didn't know any of them, so I called Jess. I was like, "You want to come down? How sick are you?" And you're like,
I made it. Not sick enough.
Fog has lifted, darling, the cloud has flown away. I promise that I'll miss you every day. But for now I must be going, and for now I'm gonna say goodbye. I promise that I tried. All these days turn into sunsets. All these tides chase the moon. Babe, you've known that I'm far gone. I've been crawling on my knees too long, and soon I know that I'll be missing you. Life's moved on without us, without me, you'll move on. I'll regret this, baby, by that time you'll be long gone. My regrets are monumental, my future is unclear. I'll call back for you, darling, by that time you won't have me there. And all these days turn into sunsets. All those tides chase the moon. Baby, you've known that I'm far gone. I've been crawling on my knees too long, and soon I know that I'll be missing you. Yes, soon I know that I'll be missing you. Yes, soon I know that I'll be missing you.
Get the band on up here. This is really fun for us because all these people playing are our buds, but we've never actually got to use them as the band before. Except for Radford back on the drums one time.
And I'm super excited to be here too. I've always wanted to do this, and it's unfortunate that I'm doing this sick, but it's still awesome. Regardless. This next song's called Cold October.
Escondido. Yeah. That was great. Escondido. Let's hear it for him again. Thank y'all so much. It was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, our next artist joining us on stage got people's attention with his 2010 debut EP, Tennessee Time. And he followed it up a couple of years later with a full-length Worried Man Blues. He's a rising star for sure, and he is Andrew Combs.
Two.
sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting, smile after smile. And on every street corner, you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. Yeah, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Silver bells, yeah, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. That's Spencer Cullum Jr. on the talk box pedal steel over here, everybody. Yeah, how about it? Well, this next one, I played here last time, and everyone got up and was jumping around singing. So I wouldn't mind it if you did the same on this one. It's called Emily. If you know how to spell the name Emily, you can sing this song. Like, the chorus goes like this. It goes E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me Emily. That's all you gotta remember. Y'all wanna help me out real quick with one? Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3. I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me Emily. All right, y'all try one. 1, 2, 3. I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me Emily. There you go. All right. And if I could get Jay Beyer up here to sing with me, he wrote this song with me. It's called Emily. Here we go, y'all. My name's Andrew Combs. Middle of the street, just jumped up. sir, everybody. All this waiting is becoming a crime. You got me stressing out, breaking out, Chinese takeout, just about every night. Well, don't step over $1 if you're trying just to pick up a dime. I've been calling out your name, I guess I'll do it one more time. Come on, here we go. I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me, Emily, you got me wrapped around your finger like a chain around a DOG. Yeah, I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me, Emily, yeah, women like you are trouble with a capital T. Mr. Jimmy, come on. One more time, folks. Here we go. I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me, Emily, you got me wrapped around your finger like a chain around a DOG. Yeah, louder, louder. I said E-M-I-L-Y-Y-Y. Tell me, Emily, yeah, women like you are trouble with a capital T. Yeah, said women like you are trouble with a capital T. Thank y'all very, very much. Thank you.
All right. Jay Beyer, that was a mighty fine song. Andrew Combs, everybody. Andrew Combs. Mighty fine, Andrew. Well, you know, folks, it just wouldn't be Christmas without another song from Steelism.
What want to do? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Steelism. Steelism, folks. I'll tell you what, that's mighty fine. This is becoming a Christmas tradition around here at Music City Roots. Folks, don't forget, now, we'd love for y'all to join our community here. Facebook, Twitter, and you can subscribe to our Music City Roots YouTube channel, which has passed 6 million views. Wow. We'll notify you whenever new videos are posted, so please join up. And speaking of community, now the man that puts the commie back in the community. And I forgot to mention, we've got this, they're just flying off the shelves. And ever since I got the patent on these and we've gotten them manufactured, people are just really fighting over them, literally, back there at the merch table.
I saw it on the news the other
They're
night.
back there near my CDs, which reminds me, folks, let's put the myrrh back into merchandise this year. But anyway, don't forget to pick up, when you're getting one of my CDs over there at the Nature Conservancy tables, pick up one of your very own Tickle Me Bilbrey dolls. And here he is now, Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
I love this band. I had a dream about this once. I was just sitting back there. You know, the Ventures were one of my favorite bands. The only thing that would make the Ventures better if they added steel guitar. They did it.
That's right.
This is like a dream. It was great. Well, thank you, Jim, I guess.
you.
The Colonel is here. The Colonel is playing Santa Claus, as he always does on Wednesday night. He's giving away a very nice bag. Tell us about that.
Very nice bag. Who all's here for the first time? Any first-timers? Whoa, they're everywhere. All right. What we're doing here, we have an old-fashioned giveaway. There's no, we don't come at your house and roll your house or anything. We don't sell your number to the whoever that place is in Washington or anybody else. If you'll just fill out this form, I just want to give somebody this great-looking Colonel Littleton mail bag for Christmas. So if you'll fill out the form, put your name in the box over there, we'll draw it before the last song. If your name ain't in the pot, you ain't going to win. And one more thing, Lauderdale, there's a Tickle Me Elmo doll, a Tickle Me Bilbrey doll in the bag.
All right.
All right. Thank you for contributing the doll.
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
How much does that retail for? I just wondered.
Only what? Here it is. $852.50.
Wow.
All right.
And the doll's free, all right?
One more thing.
Yes.
I don't know how I'll make them so cheap.
I don't either. Not at all. You know, you have options where you choose to conduct your financial business. As a not-for-profit financial cooperative, Ascend Federal Credit Union recognizes the importance of member loyalty. It's very important. That's why they're pleased to once again reward members who bring the majority of their business to the credit union by returning $5 million in dividends in 2013. Over the past 9 years, Ascend has returned $50 million to its members. To learn more about Ascend, well, you can check them out at ascendfcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited. And if you don't have credit union membership available at your work, you can join by joining the Nature Conservancy. Ask for details at your local Ascend office. The Nature Conservancy protects nature not only for its own sake, but also because nature sustains our health and our way of life. The trees that clean our air, the rivers that supply our drinking water, and so much more. Visit nature.org/Tennessee to learn more about the Nature Conservancy and what it's doing for you and for nature here and around the world. You're listening to Music City Roots on Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5 on your FM dial. We've got some of the chief hippies here tonight. And, of course, we're broadcast live from the big old barn out behind the world-famous Loveless Cafe at the intersection of Highway 100 and the historic Natchez Trace Parkway. For more than 30 years, the Loveless Cafe has been shipping out those delicious preserves and country smoked meats you always hear us talk about. This year, thinking about giving something downright tasty with a gift from the Loveless Cafe. You can go online, view their new catalog of gift baskets at catalog.lovelesscafe.com. or just stop by in person and check it out. Now it's time to go. What are you eating? What are you doing?
You were talking about how delicious the food is here at the Loveless, so I had to sample some. It is.
Okay. Well, knock yourself out. Let's go back over to the
Wouldn't
chat
be a
room.
show without Jim with a biscuit.
Jim
He
the
brought it
Biscuit
on his
Man.
biscuit bracelet. Thanks. Everybody, I want to introduce you to the members of Escondido. This is Jessica Maros and Tyler James over here, and part of Steelism, Spencer Cullum Jr. Say hey. You guys know each other from the community, I guess. Have you made music together? You're buddies? Done any projects together of any kind? And have you...
Yeah, we're a babysitting duo together, so...
Oh, my.
No.
Danger. Tyler, you guys have had a fantastic year. Congratulations on a phenomenal album and lots of attention and TV appearances, and it's been great. The album is beautiful, and this sounded like a serendipitous thing. You guys met, musical chemistry, and before you knew it, you're in the studio to make a record really rapidly. Just condense that story for us, if you would.
Actually, I was recording a Christmas song for a friend, and Jessica was a friend of that person. She came to the house to do a gang vocal, as they call it, and she was playing a song sitting on the couch, and I was like, that's really pretty, mind if I recorded a second? And then the next day we kind of decided to start making more music together.
What is it like when you suddenly feel like, I've got a new direction? You've been involved with Edward Sharp's band, and I'm sure you had your own pursuits, both as a musician and a designer, and suddenly, whoa, this is going someplace. How do you know when to put everything else on hold, or how did you know in this case to sort of say, this is serious, let's roll with it?
I don't really know. I think there was a certain moment where I thought Tyler was just going to record a solo record for me, and then after that he sat me down. He's like, you know, I really love what we're doing, and this is the kind of music I've always wanted to do. Would you want to start a band? And I just said yes. And from that day, we just put our minds to it and started making music and never looked anywhere else. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Kind of went from there.
I was a solo artist, and I was sick of having to be the front person, so
well, there you go.
It's way more fun to just have to be in the side that no one's watching you.
How did Escondido, the name, come about, and how does it relate? Is it kind of a Western feel to the imagery and the sound? Is this something that you'd had in the back of your head, is this a geographic place that you'd fallen in love with, or does it mean something?
Well, the town of Escondido is lovely. We've been through there, but I think I thought the name fit the style of music. I guess it means hidden, and people are like, oh no, your band name means hidden, but we just picked it because we thought it sounded cool.
And Spencer, Steelism is sort of a duo. The two of you are the core, but you've got a great band around you. And when did you guys discover your chemistry? When did you all figure out this was something to do?
I met Jeremy when we was touring in Europe. I met him in London, and we was just bored on tour, had a lot of spare time, just started writing instrumental songs, and loved the Ventures and Booker T and the MGs, and started from there. Boredom and frustration.
And did it grow into something a little bigger than you imagined?
It's grown into a monster. Yeah, so yeah, it started as a joke, and now we're here.
Where are you guys in sort of a recording schedule, and where are you going in 2014? Where are you in the sort of the journey?
We're releasing a record. We just cut a record at Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, and we're releasing a record on Single Lock Records, and with 30 Tigers, and so yeah, it's nice that people want to release an instrumental record.
Yeah, I'm sure you feel like me, that instrumental music is like the little kid on the playground in our world that gets bullied by
it just
doesn't get enough of a shot.
Yeah, it's nice, it is, yeah.
Yeah. You have a fantastic band around you. Are you touring in 2014 in a big way?
Yeah, we're going to try to, yeah. So, if we don't lose our minds.
Don't lose your minds. Keep it between the lines. Well, this is great. So I'm glad you guys came up together. A little brief, but still great to get to know you guys a little bit.
Much.
Steelism, Escondido, pick up the records, because this is fine stuff. And these are, all around, some of the very best stuff that's happening in Nashville right now. And it's really great to have this happening, whether it's with Electric Western or their buddies. But this is a great community to know. Jim Lauderdale.
We've enjoyed the efforts of this next group before, but then they are very effective at working together. That's the title of their debut album, Working Together. And it was one of the coolest and best received projects by a Nashville band in 2013. Together, they're known as Los Colognes.
Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
So this time of year is about coming together, right? I, for one, am super thankful to be here with you all tonight, and all my friends that I play music with. It's a really great, warm feeling. This time of year is about community, right? The spirit of community. It's not about racking up a credit card bill or buying a bunch of people gifts. But if you do want to spend some money tonight, we got CDs out there. And we take all forms of major credit cards.
Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Well, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. solo. Now there's a backseat driver who thinks she on the road. Guilty woman, guilty man, guilty lover in a lonely land, driving it in there. Driving it in there. Backseat driver looking for a ride. He got a smooth operator, but he's asleep inside. She said the road less traveled. Now there's a pretty nice star, but on the way there, you think about getting caught. Guilty woman, guilty man, guilty lover in a lonely land, driving it in there. Driving it in there. Operator on a bumpy ride. He tell you a story, he got nothing to hide. It wasn't always this way. He used to fly solo. Now there's a backseat driver who thinks she on the road. Guilty woman, guilty man, guilty lover in a lonely land. That is a guilty woman, guilty man, guilty lover in a lonely land, driving it in there. They're just driving it in there. Thank you, folks. We're Los Colognes.
Jay Rutherford and Aaron Mortensen. Los Colognes. Mighty fine, fellas. Los Colognes. Folks, how's everybody doing out there? You okay? I'll tell you what, Lori and I started decorating the place this afternoon. Actually, it was last night, to be honest with you, at about 3 a.m. We came here, and this place looked totally different. But looks pretty Christmassy now, doesn't it? And yeah, well, we wanted to do something a little special for you folks tonight, and but remember, folks, Christmas isn't at Music City Roots isn't about the glitter and the decorations. No, it's not. Christmas here at Music City Roots it's about the fellowship with each other. You folks out there tonight, it's about the music, these fine bands. It's about the wonderful food that you can enjoy when you break biscuit together here. And gosh, I wish Keith was out here to join us, Craig, so I could kind of be insulted one last time this year from Keith. That just would mean a lot to me, Keith. While they're setting up, I'm just trying to stretch.
What, are you dying again here?
I'm trying to...
You like my Christmas tree?
I don't like it.
You don't
I
like it?
love it.
Thank you.
Yes, it's very nice,
Cute.
Keith. Very nice.
I guess before this show's over, we ought to mention on a serious note, we lost one of the real icons this week, and I did a tribute to him last night on Hippie Radio, the great Ray Price. I know he influenced a lot of your music, didn't he, Jim?
He sure did.
Yeah. Well, he influenced us all. I was listening to some of the music tonight, and I hear that 4/4 shuffle come in, and that was Ray Price. And then he went to the big band and the strings and all that. He was an extraordinary man, good friend for about 30 years.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Well, Keith,
I think the band's ready.
I think they are.
I bailed you out again. How about
You
that?
sure did. Keith Bilbrey, let's hear it for him. Well, folks, if you're a fan of Nashville's contemporary rock and roll scene, you're probably already into the music of the Wild Feathers. From that very cool band, it gives us much holiday cheer to welcome to the stage Ricky Young and Joel King.
Thank you very much.
Love you when you're lying there and the sunlight hits your eyes. Love you when I'm anywhere and I'm waiting for you to arrive. 7 days with 2 or more under a water light. Well, I see a picture in your eyes of a man that's going to die. If you don't love me, if you don't love me, love you when I'm everywhere and it's far away in between. Love you when you're standing there and you're trying not to be mean. 7 days with 2 or more under a water light. I see a picture in your eyes of a man that's going to die. If you don't love me, if you don't love me, I see a river that is on fire. I hear a sad song through the wire. If you don't love me, if you don't love me. Seven days with 2 or more under a water light.
see a picture in your eyes of a man that's going to die. If you don't love me, if you don't love me, I see a river that is on fire. I hear the sad song through the wire. If you don't love me, if you don't love me, if you don't love me, if you don't love me.
Thank you very much. I feel like Simon and Garfunkel up here. It's great. I'm Paul Simon, of course.
Nah, you're too tall.
Y'all give it up for Steelism, y'all. What a great night of music.
So this is a Tom Petty song we're gonna do next. It's a pretty fun Christmas one.
Or you can think that we wrote it. It don't matter.
Yeah, if you think, you can think what you want.
Decorations are all hung by the fire, and everybody's singing, all the bells are ringing out. Well, it's Christmas all over again. Yeah, again. Long distance relatives, I haven't seen them in a long, long while. You know I kinda missed them, but I don't wanna kiss them. Normally it's Christmas all over again. Yeah, again. And all over town, little kid's gonna get down. Yeah! Christmas is a rockin' time. I'll put your body next to mine. Underneath the mistletoe we roll. We roll. Say. Everybody's singing, all the bells are ringing out. Well, it's Christmas all over again. Yeah, again. And all round our block, little kids start to rock. Oh, Christmas is a rockin' time. I'll put your body next to mine. Underneath the mistletoe we roll. We roll. Merry Christmas time. Oh, it's gonna find you happy and right there by the fire. Hope you had a good one. I hope your
think he'll have a Rickenbacker guitar, 2 Fender Bassmans, and a Chuck Berry songbook.
Thank you.
Ricky Young and Joel King from the Wild Feathers. That's great, guys. Ricky Young and Joel King. Well, folks, you know, it just wouldn't be Christmas if we didn't have another Christmas song from Steelism. It is Christmas. It is Christmas because we've had Steelism in the house tonight. And I'll tell you what, there's not a more un-Grinch-like guy that I know. This guy is like the opposite universe of the Grinch, and that is the great Keith Bilbrey.
What I tell you, the Ventures with a steel guitar.
That's right.
I remember that the Ventures did that.
I know it. You know,
But
and
they didn't have a
I was
steel.
telling you that before the show. I said, Keith, if I could find a young band that'd be like the Ventures with a steel guitar, I could make $1 million.
Yeah, like
and
you're
here
gonna
they
make
are.
Like you're going to make $1 million off that Tickle Me Bilbrey doll.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my check,
Yeah.
pal. I don't know about that. Hey, by the way,
Yes,
if I
Keith?
seem a little disenchanted tonight, I won the Mega Ball last night. Did you know that?
I did not know
I
that.
did. I had the Mega
Congratulations.
Ball. Now, because it's 4 times on the multiplier, I got $4 I won.
Well, that's great. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know about that Mega Bowl thing, Keith, but you're a mega great guy.
Ah,
Keith
thank
Bilbrey.
you, thank you, thank you. You know, we always ask that you support our sponsors because they support us. They allow us to do our thing and bring you music in fresh and innovative ways. Is this fresh and innovative tonight or what? which is why we're so proud to have Nissan as one of our sponsors. Innovation is what Nissan is all about. Not only does Nissan support Music City Roots, they also support a variety of other artistic endeavors throughout the community. As Music City Roots continues to shake things up in the world of music, Nissan's doing the very same thing in the automotive world. Just recently, Nissan unveiled the new Altima, Pathfinder, and Sentra. And out this spring, you saw the all-new Versa Note, Nissan's new hatchback. Nissan's local motto of Nashville Proud's never been more timely and appropriate. Not only are their vehicles innovative, their relationship with this great city grows deeper each and every day. We hope you'll check out Nissan on Facebook and become friends with them. Just search Nissan to join the community and find out more about their upcoming models and boundary-pushing innovations. Thank you from us, and thank you from Nissan. And yes, that Nissan Altima is still on my Christmas list. We'll see. Hey, guys and gals, we want to remind you that French's Boots is your headquarters this winter for the best deals on Justin boots and more. French's can outfit you from your head to the heel of your classic Justin brand boots or Justin Gypsies for the ladies at the best prices anywhere. Step out in style with our great selection of jeans, shirts, and hats. Let them custom fit you with that pair of Justin Western or Justin Gypsy boots you've always wanted. Downtown on 2nd Avenue and all across Tennessee, just makes good sense to shop at French's. Check out MusicCityBoots.com and click on Justin Brand Boots. And we'd like to give a shout out to our friends at Digitech, the official office equipment provider here at Music City Roots. Just take a look at those beautiful programs for a sample of their quality. You can find them at digitechllc.com. And now, over to Craig Havikhurst in the chat room. How we doing?
Thank Keith Bilbrey, appreciate it. Folks, let's have a couple of words with the fellas from the Wild Feathers, Ricky Young and Joel King. One more time. Hey. This is one half of the band, at least vocally. You guys, there's two of you here now, but there's four of you in the band who really sing, and it sounds like the band was really built around lots of voices. Right. What was the unique, what set that in motion?
Well, we kind of just, I guess we just started it thinking we wanted to have a lot of voices. We wanted to we really like, the blend of the band of Christ Stills, Nash and Young and things like that. And me and Ricky, I think we just didn't want to do a lot of work, really. We just wanted to take 1/4 that work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think, we kind of grew up listening to those records like CSNY and, like he said, the band. And we'd done our solo projects here in Nashville for countless years. And
all four of you?
The two of us.
The two of you guys have been here for you.
And then we decided, let's try something else. We both had a bunch of songs, and we started writing together. And
does this wind up being a scenario where 4 voices equals 4 songwriting voices as well?
Yeah, I mean, we all write, but I think the best songs kind of float to the top, and, we write together a lot, and we write individually a lot, and it's just it's a plethora of songs, which isn't the bad thing, I guess.
As you guys compared notes, as you were getting to know each other, I compared notes about Nashville specifically. 3 of you are from Texas, you're from Oklahoma. About what lured you, what you hoped to find, what you realized when you got here that was different than your expectations. What are some of the things you had in common, or some of the surprises?
I think really it was just our taste in music, the records we liked, and we wanted to be in a place where you were saturated with music and artists, and you can go to a studio and hang out and watch your friends make records and play guitar. I mean, that's for me.
Yeah, I think, it's one of those things, people are kind of scared of a lot of the, the competition here, but a lot of times it makes you better, and you just want, where it's happening, we want to be where it's going on. And Nashville is where it's happening, and we felt like we fit right in just as soon as we got here. It was great.
This is a night where we've had a bunch of bands who have put out debut records that have done very well, very fast. You guys have already played like Conan and Jimmy Kimmel and been on, really hitting the road, some great duo bills on tours just in 2013. Reflect on this year and some of the highlights that you personally felt were validating.
Well, I guess it just goes back to, we made a record here with Jay Joyce, producer here in Nashville.
Oh, Jay Joyce is remarkable.
Oh man, he was great. He's great to play, to record with. And we did that. It touched on, it was like a versatile album where we could touch on things where we toured with Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan and just a bunch of others. We can kind of cross different genres, I guess. And that's really, it's been a pleasure of our life to play with those guys.
Yeah, well said.
What did Jay bring to the process? He's a fascinating guy. He's had his name on pretty diverse projects. But when you work with a producer, maybe it was the first time you'd had a producer who really had something to say, and was it a cool experience?
In the most polite and respectful way, he's insane. He's but incredible. I mean, we showed up every day at 10 a.m. and sat down, and we did everything live to tape. You know, we didn't, sit on our laptops and wait to do vocals at the end of the day or end of the week or end of the month. You know, we did a song a day for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Ended up recording 17 or so songs and cut them down to 12 that went on the record.
Oh, really? Okay.
But everything live, and it was great. It was a great learning experience for us. We've always wanted to do that, but didn't think we were capable.
Y'all are, in terms of your sound, it's a pretty basic, organic sound. You can tell whatever's being played on stage is what's coming through, and not a lot of atmosphere or studio trickery here. So
right.
I gather that.
I mean, there was some. I mean, come on. But
okay.
No, I mean, we did it all, in a room, which was great, because I think when you can do that, and if you can pull it off, and we were just so lucky that we could, but you get on stage, you don't feel like you're, pretending, this is what you did to record it, so.
And in terms of when that call comes to be able to do a major television show, and you get to do that one song, and, I'm interested in both the front end and the back end of that process. It's kind of a high fives all around, which is exciting. A lot of effort, a lot of travel to do one song, but then does one feel like, okay, that was worth it? We saw something happen afterwards. We got some new feedback, found some friends that found, some fans that found us that way. How does that system really work?
Well, first of all, we were just really excited just to be there. It was an honor just to do it. But also, once you get on stage, that's the only part that's really not work, because we play those songs every day on tour. We've been on tour the whole year. And so we get on stage, that's just us doing our thing, and then everything else is a lot of fun and just getting to meet people and the way the TV works and everything. It's all new to us. It's our first major label release, and our debut record. So we're trying to enjoy it, but I guess the work part of it is not really work. When we get on stage, that's us just playing, and that's us doing what we do.
Well, any aspirations for the new year here? Anything you guys are planning, either recording-wise or just shaking it up?
Well, we're going to do our first headlining tour. Really, we've opened up the whole year. We're finished for the year. This is actually our last thing we have to do, me and Ricky, until New Year's Eve here in Nashville at Mercy. And so, we're going to do a headlining tour of the whole U.S., and then we're going to do a Europe thing. So we just booked our flights.
Congratulations. That's going to be amazing. Good luck. Take your vitamins. Get a lot of sleep.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be awesome.
Man.
Watch for the Wild Feathers on tour this year. Big stuff. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Joel. And I think it's time for Jim Lauderdale right now.
All right. The guy taking the stage next was a talented singer and songwriter even before he played one on TV. It's been fun to follow the ups and downs of his character on Nashville, but really what we want to do is hear him sing in the real Nashville. Please welcome Sam Palladio.
Good evening, guys. How you doing? Thank you to Music City Roots for having me down. I came down here for the first time on my birthday last year in November, and I actually watched Buddy and Jim play some great music that night, and I thought, damn, I'd love to be able to come down and play there one time myself. So very lucky to be joined by some great friends tonight. This is the first of our kind of little super band, I guess. On my right is Trent Dabbs, who's a fantastic writer in himself, and the two of us have been working together for a few months, working on some tunes, and you're going to hear a couple of our efforts. So this song is called "Headed for the Fire." Oh, we do need a guitar first. You're not going to get many Christmas songs, I'm afraid, this evening. I think we've had some awesome ones, and we're going to take it down to some kind of folky rock, if that's all right for you, Loveless Barn. Huh? Do we have some Nashville fans in the house tonight? The city and the show. I mean, I'm a fan of both. So this is Headed for the Fire. And I'm going down in flames, headed for the fire. But I won't run away, I guess I'll burn. Like I told you once before, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm headed for the start a war in me, a battlefield with no retreat. I was just a casualty, a sentimental place to sink your teeth. Well, it's a tick-tock, you're a landmine bomb. It's one step and it all goes wrong. Took a kiss to set it off. Going down in flames, headed for the fire. But I won't run away, I guess I'll burn. Like I told you once before, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm headed for the fire. I'm twisting history, saving my closest enemy. A pin pulled on a hand grenade is the last dance with the very one who's taking it. But I'm a white flag in a no man's land. It's the last song that we ever sang, but I still want you closing in. And I'm going down in flames, headed for the fire. But I won't run away, I guess I'll burn. Like I told you once before, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm headed for the fire. I was dancing so hard I stepped on my cable that came straight out of the guitar. That's rock and roll. Thank you. Woo! Well, that was fun. That was kind of the first time we had a chance to do that. We're going to take it down a little bit now. This is another little experiment that Trent and I had a while ago. There's a track called Driftwood. Such a beautiful house, the roots run deep. I never thought I'd see the walls come down. I took a wrecking ball to the best of me, watching our house burn on every tree takes a fall. This one's all on me. 2 names carved in the bark are 2 waves out at sea. I would save this if I could. I'd tell you where I'd be, but I'm driftwood. Yeah, I'm driftwood. Such a beautiful house. I wonder who's living there now. Till they see our ghosts from time to time. Buried in the floors are the memories. You don't need the keys 'cause they're yours to find. Now every tree takes a fall. This one's all on me. 2 names carved in the bark are 2 waves out at sea. I would save this if I could. I'd tell you where I'd be, but I'm driftwood. Yeah, I'm driftwood. So don't look for me, 'cause I don't even know where I'll be. I'm nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Yeah, don't look for me, 'cause I don't even know where I'll be. I'm nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. You don't look for me, 'cause I don't even know where I'll be. I'm nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Thank you guys very much. I'm going to bring to the stage 2 of my really, really close friends. They're a fantastic, talented duo here in Nashville. Their songs, I think they're the songwriters that have the most cuts on our TV show in Nashville. My great friends Sarah and Justin, the Striking Matches, are going to join me up here right now. They wrote a beautiful song for my character last year called When the Right One Comes Along, that kind of broke everybody's heart. And that's when I knew I had to get together with these guys and, well, and write with them myself and milk them for all they're worth. Because, you know, these guys are going to be big, aren't you guys? Huh? They just signed a record deal as well, so look out for their new stuff coming next year. Yeah! How about that for signing a record deal for Striking Matches? So this was our first effort when we first met each other, and I love playing this one. We get to have some fun with this. When you're ready, Justin. When you're lost she's gone, and there's no way to carry on. And you can't shake that night that she left you that note on the door. Clear the sleep from your eyes, let the sunlight come back to your life. Like a prayer that was spoken, time heals what was broken before. We walk on, we walk on, right on, we walk on.
Can't wait for the sign. Don't you know you're just wasting your time? Don't look over your shoulder and think you can hold her.
'Cause we still spin around the stars. The world won't stop to remember your heart. Take this load that you carry and bury it deep in the ground. And we will go, we will go, right around. We will go, we will go, we will go. When you're lost and she's gone, know that you don't have to be on your own. 'Cause we walk on, we walk on, right on, we walk on, we walk on, we walk on, right on, we walk on, we walk on, we walk on, we walk on. Thank you. Good up the striking matches, Sarah and Justin. Woo! Oh man, I got some talented friends and it's awesome. Thank you. Everybody's leaving me now. Thanks. So when I first came here to Nashville about a year and a half ago, woo, yeah, a year and a half. That's an awesome time period. My granddad, who's 90, he's 91 now. He said, "Oh, wow, Nashville, yeah, I had a girlfriend in Nashville." I was like, "What are you talking about? How have you had a girlfriend in Nashville?" And it turned out that he'd been training as a fighter pilot for the Second World War down in Pensacola, Florida. And he'd been out on a night out, as you do, in New Orleans, and had met this girl from Nashville who had a ranch and a nice little spot, probably not too far from where we are right now. And so they started this little romance, sending letters and correspondence, and there's no texting back then, obviously, or Facebook. So this little romance started happening, and after a while he found out he was getting posted back to England to fly off to the war. So he was put on this 6-day train, right, from here, from Florida all the way up to Edward Island in Canada. And he got a letter to her saying that he'd be stopping at Nashville at like 3 in the morning at Union Station, and that he'd get off and he'd be able to say goodbye to her and say his farewell. So he boards the train, right? He tips the conductor and says, "Here's $20. You've got to wake me up when I get to Nashville, okay? So I've got to say goodbye to my girl." Next thing he knows, right, he's getting a knock on the door, and it's the conductor who says, "Sir, I'm terribly sorry. It's 4 a.m. and we've passed Nashville." And he forgot to wake him up, So I thought, my word, there is a song in there. So it didn't work out very well for him. It worked out pretty well for me because it meant he met my gran and, and all that happened. This is what inspired this song. This is Wake Me Up in Nashville. Thank you guys, you've been awesome. boarding the train. I don't know if I will ever see her again, but of one thing I am sure, I'm headed off to war, and I may not come back again. What's the cost to win? People say we'll change the world, but where do I fit in? Well, at least I can wave goodbye to the apple of my eye. Oh, this crazy, crazy world. So don't let me sleep. I've got a promise to keep. You will be on my mind, saying be strong in this fight, carrying me through these troubled times. So wake me up in Nashville, 'cause it's where I wanna be, and I will meet you on the platform at 3:15, and I will look into your eyes in the fading autumn light. Wake me up in Nashville and let me hold you tonight. Now do you understand, as I put that $20 in your hand, all the tasks that you must do? It may mean little to you, but it means everything to me. Well, my friends, they may get lost as they're fighting for what they believe, but if you are all I've got, with your picture in my pocket watch, capturing that smile is all I wanna do for now. I may be gone a while, but I will make it back somehow. So don't let me sleep. I've got a promise to keep. You will be on my mind, saying be strong in this fight, carrying me through these troubled times. So wake me up in Nashville, 'cause it's where I wanna be, and I will meet you on the platform at 3:15, and I will look into your eyes in the fading autumn light. Wake me up in Nashville and let me hold you. Pulling into Nashville, and that's where I wanna be. I got 15 seconds till I see you, and I hold you tenderly. But he says, sir, you must wake. I've made a terrible mistake. Now it's 4 a.m. You said on you I could depend, from Pensacola on to Journey's End. Wake me up in Nashville, 'cause that's where I wanna be, and I will meet you on the platform 3:15, and I will look into your eyes in the fading autumn light. Wake me up in Nashville and let me hold you tonight. Thank you guys so much. You've been a great audience, and hope you enjoy the rest of your night. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you.
Sam Palladio. Sam, that was fantastic. Thank you, my friend. Sam Palladio.
Yeah.
Well, it looks
Hey,
like...
you've been on Nashville. I've seen you on Nashville several times.
Well,
Not in a
I don't like
speaking role, of course. But have you had a speaking role?
No, I haven't, Keith.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
I think.
Just wanted to point
Yeah,
that
let's
out.
turn things over to the bringer of great Christmas cheer.
Oh, that's
Keith
me.
Bilbrey. Keith
That's
Bilbrey,
me.
ladies
Thank
and
you,
gentlemen.
Jim Lauderdale. Well, we have Tia Knowles up here to do our drawing for us tonight, right, Colonel? She is a hippie gal.
She is the original Tia.
That's right, the original.
Tia.
You want to buy time on hippie radio, she is the lady to see.
She will do you.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's right. So here's your big chance, Tia. Don't blow it.
I want to make all of you people that didn't put your name in the pot, don't listen for your name.
Gonna make you sick because you didn't win.
All right.
Look at this bag. This is an $852 bag.
Look here.
Will that make somebody happy for Christmas?
Our man Cliff has already got one out there. See, Cliff's coating one already. There you go, right there.
You can't win.
All right, Cliff. So let's let Tia reach in, Tia.
Just one. Just one. Just one.
Don't look.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't do like I did on a drawing on Channel 4 one time and come out with like 5.
No, you can't do that. You read.
Jim Yockey, our director here, was the director on that, I think. He said, Keith, I think you got more than one. I said, I think you're right, Jim. Now what do we do? Our winner is Annalise Schroeder from Franklin, Tennessee. Annalise, where are you?
Where?
Annalise, where are you? Did I get the name right? Was that close? Yeah. Congratulations.
Emily?
Go over to the booth over there, and the Colonel will meet you over there with that bag.
All right.
Tia, you did a marvelous job.
You did.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you, Colonel. Colonel Littleton, ladies and gentlemen. And now back to Craig. I got to say this. We'd like to give a shout out to our friends at Digitech. Oh, I've already done that. Here's Craig.
We're covered. Thank you, Keith. We're going to take a couple of minutes while they set up for the jam to say hey to one of our very valued musicians. He's played here as a featured artist. He's played here as a sideman. This is Jay Rutherford from Los Colognes. And
Hello.
We're glad to have you back, man. The Electric Western, the label that your Los Colognes record came out on, has been a big part of tonight, connected with a lot of these musicians. Just give a quick overview, a quick description of how that label and they do the dance parties at 5 Spot. Just they've created a culture.
Definitely a culture, and I think our buddies Jacob Jones and Reno Bo, who started the label, it was kind of an umbrella for their dance parties, but also they had records that they were putting out. So they put some records out for them, and then Derek Hoke, who was up here tonight, he has a couple records out through Electric Western, and we started bugging those guys and basically hanging out with them for too long on Monday nights at the dance party. And then they found out about our band, and when the record was done, they told us they wanted to put it out.
It was a natural fit?
It was very natural.
When did Los Colognes actually kind of gel? It sounded like it kind of came out of that same community and it just kind of morphed into something.
Yeah, I mean, the core of us moved down from Chicago like 3 years ago, and then we had to do a name change, and it was kind of an identity shift. And about a year and a half ago, everything kind of took off, and since the record has been out, it's been a fun ride.
Now, when you get a project like this started and you're juggling other things and you're juggling maybe a day job, I don't know, but you got to really suddenly go, okay, this, put the focus on it and make a name and a brand and travel. Talk about just briefly that period for you guys and what kind of decisions that forces.
I mean, I think we've been deciding it for years. I just think that eventually you keep making more and more decisions and making more and more sacrifices. And I know it even with all the good stuff that's been happening to us, we still wake up and try to practice our instruments as much as we can. You got to do it for life. You got to own it.
Well, the album is working together, and I tell you, as a debut, it's really successful in that it has a very realized sound. It's a band that cohered. Any advice for the kids at home about how to do that? I mean, how'd y'all pull that off?
Just a lot of dedication, a lot of practice, and it's kind of a blend of thinking hard about what you want, but then kind of letting little happy accidents happen all around you, So, and being thankful and humble for what the universe provides for you.
Well, here you are. You got an end of a year and a big 2014 to kick off. Any plans in 2014 you want to share? Any shows or festivals you want to make sure people know about?
Well, I'm not sure how much I can announce, but we do have 3 or 4 festivals booked already, and we'll probably be down at South by Southwest and trying to play as much as possible.
That's what you have to do. Really good. Jay, it's so good to have you here every time you come by. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Craig.
You guys go see Los Colognes do a full show. It's an amazing experience. So I want to say thanks to everybody that played. You can go and take your spot in the jam over there, Jay. Hey, Steelism anchoring the night and being a great band. Thanks to Steelism. For Derek Hoke and Escondido and Andrew Combs and Los Colognes and Ricky Young and Joel King, Sam Palladio, it's been a fantastic night. We really appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks, Electric Western, for your efforts coordinating all this. Lori and Jim, I guess, for decorating the stage so beautifully. I am in the Christmas spirit officially. We're going to take 2 weeks off and enjoy the season, enjoy the holidays, and then we will be back on January the 8th with a fantastic show. I mean, this is pretty amazing. We've got the Steep Canyon Rangers, one of the hottest bluegrass bands in the world. Hot off their long tour with Steve Martin. They'll be here. More Rangers, the Westbound Rangers. Fellas we adore over here. We've got a return engagement from Ben Salee, the amazing cello-playing songwriter who will blow your mind every day. We've got Ashley Monroe, who was just named not only Best Country Album of the Year by Rolling Stone, but her little ensemble, Pistol Annie's, made the same top 10. So she's kind of on fire right now. And a remarkable band that I think started in Boston. They may be out of New York now, but one of the really great new acoustic and progressive bluegrass bands, Joy Kills Sorrow. That is a 5-act bill you would kill to see, and they're going to be here, all of us, on January the 8th when we return. Get your tickets at MusicCityRoots.com. Keith Bilbrey.
Yes, sir. I want to mention, I knew there was something I meant to mention. If you want to know what's happening in and around Music City, look for a fresh copy of the Nashville Scene at local newsstands tomorrow morning, or visit NashvilleScene.com. I want to say a big thanks to all of our sponsors: French's Shoes and Boots, The Loveless Cafe, Old Smoky Moonshine, Griffin Technology, Nissan North America, Star 129 Diamond, Vietti Chili, Ascend Federal Credit Union, The Nature Conservancy, Colonel Littleton, and we'd also like to thank all the gang at Sound Damage for taking such good care of the live sound here in the barn. You'll find these guys on tour with just about anybody who's anybody, with offices from Los Angeles to Nashville, and we're darn lucky to have them here with us. If you need professional sound, large or small, take a look at sound-image.com. They're a proud sponsor of this final segment. As I glance over to Jim Lauderdale to see if he's ready yet. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready,
Okay.
Keith. I thought you'd never...
But I'm not finished. And now, all of our guest artists, who Craig just mentioned, have returned to the stage for the Loveless Jam, where we encourage all the musicians to stretch out on a favorite song. I'm going to miss you so much during the holidays.
I'm going to miss you too. You know, Keith, when you look at me that way, your eyes, they just sparkle like Cindy Lou Who from, you know, How the Grinch Stole
really?
Christmas. That's a compliment, Keith.
Thank you, I guess.
That's a compliment.
Once again, the fantabulous Jim Lauderdale. Let's give it up.
Thank
give
you.
It up, give it up, give it
Thanks so much, everybody. Hey, let's thank Electric Western Records again. I'll tell you what. Thank you, guys. Let's give all of these artists up here a big hand. It was just really a great night. Thank y'all so much. And we're going to leave you with this one. Jingle bell rock, jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bells chime and jingle bell time.
In the frosty air.
What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night. Well, jingle bell time is a sweet time to go a gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Well, giddy up, jingles, pick up your feet, jingle around the block.
Mix and mingle in the jingling feet.
That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock.
That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock.
Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Executive producers John Walker and Todd Mayo would like to thank our intern from MTSU, Dylan Crane, for his hard work interning over the last semester. Congratulations on graduating this month. And, of course, a big thanks to all our friends at Hippie Radio. Don't forget to tune in Christmas night for a special encore edition of last year's East Nashville Christmas show here on MCR. Hippie Radio, 94.5 on your FM dial. We're glad you joined us this week for Music City Roots, live from the Loveless Cafe. I'm Keith Bilbrey, and from the edge of Music City, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. We'll see you next year.
Hang on.